The Toyota Land Cruiser and the Toyota FJ Cruiser are two cars that have a reputation for their rugged appearances. They're both great SUVs and are perhaps the go-to vehicles for Toyota lovers that are looking to buy an SUV for camping. These two 4x4s seem to have a lot in common. So they are constantly compared to one another, and this is quite a source of confusion for people looking to settle for either of them. The debate for which is better between the Toyota FJ Cruiser and the Toyota Land Cruiser has been on for a long time. However, in this video, we are bringing an end to this debate. We'll continue in a bit, but before we go on, click the share and like buttons. Also, to see more videos like this, subscribe to this channel. Land Cruiser versus FJ Cruiser engine. The Land Cruiser comes with various engines. Some engines make use of diesel, while others use petrol, so there is a clear freedom of choice when fuel is concerned. Also, this SUV was designed with both manual and automatic gears. Furthermore, buyers of this SUV are not limited to just 1 horsepower. They have the alternative of selecting from several horsepowers. They are 110 horsepower, 131 horsepower, 125 horsepower, 249, 163, 173, 190, and 177 horsepower. What's more, its engine capacities are 2,366 cc, 4,164 cc, 3,956, 2,982, and 2,755 cc. That's not all. Top speeds also range from 145 km per hour to 175 km per hour. This SUV, which first came on the scene in 1980, comes with an engine capacity that depends on factors like fuel type, body type, and year of production. The engine for the FJ Cruiser is basically dependent upon the year it was produced. Between 2007 and 2009, it came with a 4-liter 1GR-FE double overhead cam V6. This engine features a single variable valve timing and offers 239 horsepower and torque of 278 pound-feet. Although the FJ Cruiser is different with different years, its 4-liter V6 engine is a constant. Its engine may not be as powerful as several SUV users might have envisioned or want. However, it is long-lasting, and if engine durability is anything to go by, this SUV is one of the best around. Although the FJ Cruiser does not seem to offer much when it comes to engine type, buyers can select between an automatic or manual transmission. Power. The Land Cruiser is a big SUV, and one would expect it to come with a lot of power. Well, it can be easily said that it lives up to expectations. Well, regardless of how powerful the Land Cruiser is, the FJ Cruiser is generally associated with more power. The only Land Cruiser models that are more powerful than the FJ Cruiser are the LC300 and the LC200. So, if power is one thing you have in mind when shopping for an SUV, you might want to pick the FJ Cruiser over the Land Cruiser. Acceleration. It is common knowledge that the FJ Cruiser and the Land Cruiser are both powerful and heavy. Furthermore, they both have good power-to-weight ratios. The FJ Cruiser is not as heavy as the Land Cruiser and has a great power-to-weight ratio. Going by this, it accelerates faster. It was designed to go from 0 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour in about 7 seconds. This might not seem as impressive as what is attainable with your favorite sports car. However, it accelerates about 3 seconds faster than the Land Cruiser, which goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 10 seconds. Since both SUVs were not necessarily designed for speed, this might not be much of an issue. Driver experience. The Land Cruiser and FJ Cruiser are both very reliable cars. So if you're looking for an SUV that will always be available to hit the road whenever you're up to it, the both of them will come in handy. Nonetheless, the driving experience associated with these two cars are not the same. After a test drive in these two cars, one can almost say the FJ Cruiser seems more stable and firm. Irrespective of how one might feel behind the wheel of the FJ Cruiser, the Land Cruiser is generally a better vehicle on the road. When the road seems perfect, it might be difficult to see how the Land Cruiser offers a better driving experience. However, when off-roading, it becomes obvious how the Land Cruiser is superior to the FJ Cruiser. And that's not all. Unlike the FJ Cruiser, the Land Cruiser is not associated with any blind spots. Also, its ground clearance is better. Hauling. Moving to hauling, the difference between the Land Cruiser and the FJ Cruiser is crystal clear. The Land Cruiser has a hauling capacity of about 8,000 pounds and is one of the most trusted SUVs in this department. Although the FJ Cruiser does not do badly in this department, it is not in the same class with the Land Cruiser. It has a hauling capacity of 5,000 pounds. If it is not so well equipped, this hauling capacity gets lower. The Land Cruiser is a clear winner in this department. Comfort. Comfort is a major factor when selecting a car. It really does not matter what you need the car for. So it is even more important when choosing a car for camping. Since the Land Cruiser and FJ Cruiser are two of the best choices when selecting a car for camping, it is important to consider how much comfort they offer when choosing one over the other. The Land Cruiser features folding rear seats, USB and auxiliary cables, and rear AC vents. Furthermore, it has rear and front speakers, a traction control system, electric windows, armrests, and heated seats. It was designed to help drivers stay comfortable while on a journey. It comes with front and back parking sensors that make parking a little easier and a GPS system. The FJ Cruiser, on the other hand, comes with rear seats that are foldable. However, the rear seats do not have headrests. Additionally, it comes with a heating system. While this makes riding in this car more comfortable, there are no rear AC vents. So anyone in the back seat literally has to depend on the AC vents positioned in other parts of the car. Speaking of depending on an accessory in other parts of the car, the FJ Cruiser is without a rear speaker. Well, what it lacks in rear speakers, it has in DVD and CD players. So if you want to stay analog, this car might be a great choice. So long as comfort is concerned, there is no clear winner, as these two SUVs have lots of features that can make anyone riding in them comfortable. Interior. The Land Cruiser is more visually appealing and is associated with luxury. It is built with top-quality materials. It comes with a tachometer, a fuel tank capacity of 110 liters, a defogger, leather seats, and a steering adjustment feature. The FJ Cruiser, on the other hand, features fabric seats, a steering adjustment feature, and a fuel tank with a capacity of 72 liters. It is made with good quality materials. However, the materials used in its production are not as good as those used in building the Land Cruiser. So it's not exactly associated with luxury. And that's not all. It has quite an ugly design. So if you're concerned about how your car looks, it just might not be the best car for you. Pricing. The Land Cruiser is actually considered a luxury vehicle. So regardless of the fact that it is great for camping, you might need to have strong financial muscles to get one. In the world of SUVs, the Land Cruiser is one of the most expensive. So you might not want to think about it if you are on a tight budget. The FJ Cruiser, on the other hand, is not considered a luxury vehicle and definitely is not at the top of the list of the world's most expensive SUVs. Nonetheless, it is still pricey. This is because it is generally considered a modern car. In the end, the Land Cruiser and FJ Cruiser are not exactly in the same class. They belong to the same family, and the Land Cruiser can easily be viewed as the FJ Cruiser's big brother. So if one can afford both cars, it is quite easy to select the Land Cruiser over the FJ Cruiser. What do you think about both SUVs, and which would you go for if you had the budget to choose any of them? Please let us know in the comments section below. Also, before we call it a day, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to avoid missing any of our videos. See you in the next video.